Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Bowling University studio from the International Bowling Campus here in Arlington, Texas. This is the Profit Break. If you're joining us for the first time, we're glad you're here. Give us 15 minutes and you're going to be well on your way to improving yourself and your profitability. Now, as someone who's running a small business, you might think that AI is something you don't need to worry about or it doesn't apply to your business. The fact is, AI will be impacting all of us in many ways, most of which we haven't even begun to imagine yet. Now, on today's show, we're going to talk with someone who can help make sense of all this. Tim Hines is a global keynote speaker and business coach who believes that an entrepreneurial mindset is the key to success and professional accelerant their growth by guiding them to more collaborative, innovative, and influential. He's the author of the book, The Marketing Starter, How an Entrepreneurial Spirit Will Make You More Savvy Marketer, and he also hosts the Marketing Starter podcast. Tim, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on. Looking forward to a conversation and, of course, being at the show coming up here in July.
Yeah, excellent. Well, we are excited to have you join us at Bowl Expo in Denver. You're going to be a first-time speaker. So before we jump into the topic at hand, for those joining us today, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Sure. Well, you kind of settled quite a bit there about me, but what I like to look at myself as is this part marketer, part entrepreneur who loves to marry those things together in any way that I possibly can. I've been a marketer for over 20 years, but I'm also a 3-time startup founder as well, including working on my own consultancy and speaking business and all of those great things right now. And as you also mentioned, the author of the book, The Marketing Starter, and I also have a podcast named after that. But really what I believe in is helping to show professionals how they can utilize this entrepreneurial mindset or these entrepreneurial superpowers to help them accelerate their growth and their business. But again, my domain expertise is marketing, so I love helping small businesses and actually businesses of all size make sense of their marketing and build strong foundations at scale. As you can see, I got my awesome studio here with my Cubs background. So I'm a Chicago guy originally, but I'm not too far down the street from you now, just north of Austin. I live in Round Rock, Texas, so not too far from where you guys are based. So looking forward to getting into it.
Excellent. Hey, and we're not going to hold the fact that you're a Cubs fan against you. You seem like a wonderful young man. So we're not at all, especially up the road here in Texas with our Rangers that just captured the last series there. But
congrats on that. And also opening weekend for your Rangers is against the Cubs. So I will be there here that weekend, opening weekend this year in 2024. So maybe we'll have a little rivalry going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look forward to it. But let's jump into this topic of AI. And I want to start kind of at 30,000 feet, if you will, because AI can be intimidating, right? I mean, it's one part science fiction, one part apocalyptic, and from a societal standpoint, forget about us as operators for a moment, but just from a societal standpoint, where do you see AI kind of falling in all of this? Is Will Smith an iRobot? Is that going to come to pass?
Yeah, it's funny. I was joking about that just recently with my wife because I watched a news clip and a newscast and they showed a clip of that movie and I was just like, okay, well, is it everything going to be doom and gloom, or is there going to be a bright side to this, or are the robots going to say, hey, the best way to protect the humans is to eliminate them all? And I really hope it's not that. I think from a society standpoint, I look at this and I think, wow, there's a great opportunity to better our lives, both as consumers and also as business people running our own businesses, marketers, because there's a huge opportunity as marketing people to utilize these tools, coming from my domain background. So I see a lot of opportunity, but with a lot of opportunity, there's always another side of the coin. There's always a potential dark side of things. You see that with any technology. When social media came out, everyone was like, this is the greatest thing. And now we're dealing with maybe some of the most depressed and anxious people of any generation because of what that has caused. And so, there's never a perfect technology or perfect solution. So there will for sure be negative things that come out of that. I think there's a lot of worries related to security, to compliance. There are some things that we need to consider for some safety things as well. But do I foresee the Terminator future? No, I don't. I don't think that will happen. At least maybe not in near term.
Well, I think Tim, your example of social media is a great one, right? Because, social media started out with the best of intentions, still has a lot of great intentions, but there is the unintended consequences, which we as a society are dealing with. And I think you captured it properly that when it comes to artificial intelligence, we'll be dealing with that as well. But while the experts are figuring that out, let's talk about AI and how we might use that today for our businesses, as small business, small entrepreneurs with a marketing background. You're going to be joining us and talking a lot about this, but share with us a little bit, how can proprietors benefit today from using AI to help with that customer experience?
So the way that I try to pitch this whole AI conversation when I am talking about it to any of my clients or on stage is I try to look at it actually going back to the social media piece, is you look at it as a tool, right? As a means to an end, as something that will help you maximize your business in some way. And when it comes to customer experience or marketing or business operations or any of the different ways that you'll be using AI potentially, it's really all about speed at the end of the day, right? It's designed to help make things a little faster for you. And we're looking at a chat GPT screen here, which I think is really interesting because you can pretty much ask that any question to help you write something, even say a blog post or write you a possible new method of interacting with your customers and improving your customer experience. This tool is designed to spit something out for you quickly and to help you optimize whatever sort of business operation that you're doing. So I look at it as it's kind of like the can of Red Bull, right? For whatever part of your business that you're going to be implementing it in. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there to look at it as more of this juice, this enhancement, and this tool that's going to help you make things go a little more efficient and a little faster, leaving you the bandwidth then to focus on other things related to your business that are going to need more attention. And so to sum that up kind of high level in the customer experience piece of it is there are plenty of tools out there that will help you make the customer experience better for your customers that are coming into your center, whether that is booking a bowling lane or other activities, using AI to do that, to chat with AI, but also you utilizing AI for other business operational reasons will then create bandwidth for you to focus more on your customer when they're in that place. So instead of the employees maybe behind the counter being busy having to deal with all these inbound inquiries and booking lanes in a system, AI is handling that. So now they can be 100% focused on the people that are in the moment at your center and making the best experience possible. So there's a lot of different ways and tools out there that can be utilized. But I also look at it as like, hey, what is the opportunity cost or opportunity that you now have because AI has relieved so much time that maybe you were spending doing other things?
Yeah, Tim, I love the example you used about the staff being able to focus on the guest and not doing those other things. So this is not really about eliminating jobs, eliminating people. What I hear you saying is that AI really allows you to focus more on the things that are important and let technology do the rest.
You got it. That's exactly what I think. So it's near term. I mean, you're seeing a lot of these headlines. I even just saw one the other day that some SF tech company cut a bunch of people, and they're scapegoating AI as the reason. And at the end of the day, especially in the tech sector, which you guys are not necessarily in, but in that sector, it's always about maximizing profitability, slimming down staff to look better on paper, but they are scapegoating it. So I think we'll see AI continue to be more of a scapegoat sometimes for some of these reasons. But one of the things that I always try to coach people on here is that at the end of the day, people want to do business with other people, right? Humans helping humans. We don't want a robotic experience in everything that we're doing, right? We want to come to your bowling center and see smiling faces there. We already have let's rewind way back in the past. Remember, bowling pins had to be set by hand. Now, and since I was a kid, they've always been automated, right? Did that take away somebody's job? Possibly, or maybe that person that was doing that is now focused on doing something else and has a better opportunity maybe a better job than being the person who had to set the pins way back in the day. So yeah, to answer your question, I do think it creates also more opportunity for people to focus on other things. It doesn't necessarily eliminate people's jobs or the opportunities that they have. It creates new ones. You just have to be willing to kind of like shift your focus away from maybe one door that's closing to another door that's opening, right? Whenever one closes, another one opens, you just have to be willing to walk through that new one.
Right. So let's jump in for a moment into your expertise, marketing. And for our small operators, small business entrepreneur folks, how can they use AI, or how are some of your current clients using AI in that marketing space?
Well, yeah, we already looked at that Chat GPT feed, which was great that you had that up there. I mean, generative AI in creating content, I think, is one of the chief ways. And there's a reason why ChatGPT itself is getting so much acclaim right now, is because it really is that chief tool that we can use to create these great pieces of content, to create messaging, and to help us create overall marketing plans. Even, I mean, shoot, I've looked at it and used it, say like, hey, give me an outline for a marketing plan for a potential client of mine. You guys could be doing the same thing. Like, I need a new marketing plan for my bowling center in 2024. Write me a marketing plan outline. It'll spit that out for you. It's so cool. Now, I look at those things, and this is where I always tell people to be wary, because just because it's giving you that, don't copy and paste that and say, hey, this is church, right? This is what we need to go off of. You still need to put your brand wash, your human element on this. You can't just take it completely as is, because, well, number one, anyone can ask the same questions and get very similar answers, and before you know it, you start to look like everybody else. But also, number two, it makes a lot of mistakes, and it's not necessarily based on what has happened today. It's like what has happened a few months ago, a year ago, what is available online for it to source right now. And if you're looking for something that's novel, it might not have that information in order to do that. So I think that's a great one. But then I also gave that example a minute ago of kind of alleviating or enhancing the customer service experience, right? You could be using AI-based chatbots on your website, or text messaging to allow people to book reservations, plan parties, do different things like that to simplify and take that workload off, but then also make things super, super easy for your audience. We look at these younger generations like Gen Z, millennials and Gen Z. Myself, I'm an older millennial. I have a Gen Z kid. And when I tell my kiddo to call, I'm like, hey, call this restaurant, call this place, see if they have availability. She's like, I don't want to make a call, right? She just wants to send a message, send a text, be able to do things without sometimes having to interact with people. And so you want to be able to cater to that type of methodology also, to those people who want to just have something quick, be able to make a reservation or handle a customer service issue just over text message. AI will be able to help with that kind of thing too. So I think there's quite a few different ways that you can do that. But I mean, there's an onion we could unravel here, from design to personalization to virtual assistants, customer segmentation. There's so many different things that you can be using it for, which is all the more reason I also tell people to use a little caution before they start venturing down and just implementing every AI tool, right? You have to do what's in your bandwidth, which is, to me, also just a marketing 101 thing. Just because it's a shiny new tool doesn't mean that you have to or should use it, right? You have to kind of see where that's going to fold into what you can actually handle in your operations. And that's where I think relying on some of the experts who you have hired, your employees are going to know a lot about this stuff and what they'll be able to bring in internally. So just because you see a shiny new AI image creator tool doesn't mean that you should be using AI images for everything on your website. Probably not. But can you use it to supplement some of the work you're doing? Sure.
Yeah. Good. Well, I know you're going to unpack a lot of that with us when you join us in Denver. We're looking forward to that. Let me sneak in one more question before we let you go today. I want to mention the book. enjoyed the book, and available on Amazon for everyone joining us today. And we're also going to have some copies at the Bowling University bookstore. But you've kind of coined the term marketing starter. Can you kind of, what is your definition of that? What is a marketing starter? Because when I first read the title of the book and I got into it, I said, oh, now I get it. So for those that are joining us, what's a marketing starter?
Yeah, a marketing starter is someone who is part entrepreneur, part scientist, and part marketer. And that intersection, that Venn diagram of those, that little middle part is what a marketing starter is. So it's really someone who is a marketer who also embodies this entrepreneurial type of worldview or mindset. So the book is about marketers who do that and how marketing people can take that on. But you can actually extrapolate that. And anyone can be a blank starter. You can be a sales starter. You can be a operations starter. You could be a marketing starter. Any sort of role that's out there, I believe that you can take this entrepreneurial type of worldview, these entrepreneurial glasses, and put them on. Treat whatever part of your business, no matter how small or how big, and think about it like how a startup founder would, how an entrepreneur would, and you'll see that rapid growth and that rapid success within that role just blow up, which is something that I love and preach.
Right. Well, Tim, can't thank you enough for joining us today. Look forward to having you with us at Bowl Expo. Be here before you know it.
You bet. Looking forward to seeing you guys there.
Great. Well, folks, if you're ready to start using AI to enhance the bowling center experience, make sure you join us at Bowl Expo in Denver. Well, Tim will be presenting on Wednesday, July 3rd, what will be an incredible session. You are not going to want to miss it. Now, if you're ready to start improving your profitability, you can reach us anytime at education@bpa.com. So as we wrap up another edition of The Profit Break, remember, when your focus is on growing people, people will grow your business. Now, this episode, as well as all our previous Profit Break episodes, are available 24/7 for you and the team at bowlinguniversity.net. Plus, new episodes are available every month. Mark your calendar, watch your email. Join us on Facebook to hear about all the latest episodes. Until then, I'm Bart Berger. Remember, do for one what you wish you could do for everyone. We'll see you next time.